Hey guys, so today I wanted to talk about what it was like growing up as an INFJ. For those of you who do not know what an INFJ is, it is a personality, one of the 16 personalities in myers-briggs personality type indicator. So basically, when I was a baby, I was described by my parents as just the sweetest, most perfect baby. I didn't cry. I slept through the night, and I just wanted to be held and cuddled. Just very content baby. Moving on into elementary school, I had quite a few friends in elementary school. I found it pretty easy. Fleur is climbing up me right now. She wants some food. But I found it very easy to make friends in elementary school because I would just play with them on the playground, and we would just pretend and do fun stuff, and I would do a lot of art. I was really into painting and drawing, and I would just actually draw things for kids in my classes. And so it wasn't until kind of later elementary school when my parents got a divorce that I really started crying a lot. And like anxiety started to really creep in. I would cry quite a bit. One of my best friends, Rachel, just said that when she first met me in 4th grade, she's like, this girl cries a lot, but she still was my friend, and I love Rachel for that. So moving on into middle school, I was bullied quite a bit. I was bullied on the bus. I was bullied in class because I was just like this skinny, auburn-haired, freckled girl that didn't wear makeup, and I just was super underdeveloped physically. So people just would make fun of me, and just because I would cry, and I was just a very easy kid to pick on. Like, even when it came to, I would carry around like this little sack bag, and if you remember this in like 2005 or 2006, let me know. It had like sequins on it, and it was just like very popular at the time, and I would just carry around origami because there was no other reason why I needed a purse. And I would just show my friends my origami creations, and I had like 60 in there. I would make any animal. So I still was really into art in middle school, and that carried on with me into high school. I did a lot of art classes. I did chorus. I didn't have many friends in high school because I stopped really talking to people, and I was just very quiet and shy. I think anybody that knew me growing up would say the same. But I would listen to people, so I didn't really talk to too many people, but people felt, I don't know why, but they felt drawn to me as far as like talking to me about different things that were going on in their life. I remember one time there was this guy who I knew since elementary school or middle school, but it wasn't until our junior year of high school that I like talked to him in my graphic arts class, and I was like, hey, I don't think you're really acting like the person who you truly are, because he used to act like pretty crazy, but deep down he was like this really thoughtful, like just very different guy than what he projected himself. And he actually started to cry because he said that I was one of the only people that in his life that actually saw him for who he was. And so I had a lot of instances like that. Also, something that I haven't really touched on, but I have always like been kind of a hopeless romantic, and whenever I liked someone, I kind of would let them know. Or in high school, it's a long story, but I liked this guy in high school, and I just basically avoided him. And it wasn't until later in high school, when he had already moved away, that I actually told him how I felt. So to sum up high school, I was shy. I would cry a lot because I had anxiety, and I was still kind of made fun of for that, but I wasn't really bullied. but I was definitely ready to start anew in college. I basically decided I want to be outgoing, I want to be this extroverted person, and I actually tested as an ENFJ when I was in high school, even though, let's all laugh, and if you knew me in high school, I was not an extrovert. But I mistyped as an ENFJ for the longest time. To this day, I know kind of how the test is gauged, so it wouldn't really maybe happen this way, but I would kind of get ENFJ because that's what I've mostly gotten. And it wasn't until college that when I was really trying to be extroverted, and I pushed myself and I joined Model UN, I was an RA, I was a president of French Club, I did a ton of stuff, European Union, started being social, started like hanging out with guys, because I had never really dated anyone except for once in high school for 2 weeks. And I had all these friends that I had never had before because I really put myself out there. And I went from having maybe a handful of friends to having so many friends and so many people that I knew. And I actually was starting to be described as popular, even though I do not consider myself popular. I just knew a lot of people. And so it definitely was a change, and I had a lot of growing experiences in college. I met some really good people and some really bad people, and I grew a lot from that. And I definitely had a lot of wake-up calls, and I also traveled to Europe every year in college, which was so awesome. That was such a good experience. It was actually paid for by my school, so I will talk about that in other videos. But yeah, so I came out of college very different than joining college or starting college, and I definitely am a lot more confident now. I feel I do truly love myself, and I've always been optimistic and idealistic, but it's something that I'm really trying to make into reality now. Like, because I am a full-fledged adult, I'm becoming an adultier adult, I have to put myself out there, and that's kind of why I'm pushing myself to make these videos. So, if you are an INFJ and you can relate to anything that I said in this video, let me know in the comments below, and I would like to know if you are an INFJ. And if you are not an INFJ but you have taken the myers-briggs personality test, let me know in the comments below. And if you haven't taken the myers-briggs personality test, there's a lot of free online tests. You can pay for it. I don't think you have to do that. There is a good chance that you will mistype, but if you put in the cognitive work and you study the cognitive functions and you look at YouTubers like Michael Pierce, he has phenomenal videos on all of the types. You can learn so much from that. That's how I learned a lot, was looking at other YouTubers that were big into Myers-Briggs, and also I did a lot of research, whether it was through books, academic journals, or just different really reputable articles and stuff online about Myers-Briggs. So I hope that this was informative in any way, at least about my experience as an INFJ, and let me know again if you can relate, and let me know also what kind of content you want to see, because I do want to make more Myers-Briggs personality videos, and also socionics, because if you don't know what socionics is, it's very similar. I think they do translate over, and I'm very passionate about this kind of stuff, so let me know. And I love you, and I hope that you have a great day, afternoon, or morning, wherever you are right now. Thank you. Bye.